Welcome everyone to Pre-Market Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Kind of just a mixed day out there, Joel. Not a ton going on in the way of macro headlines. No, will they, won't they? Trade headlines, at least since we had the show this morning. Just really just a mixed day in the market. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, we are up pretty good. We're up 15 and a quarter handles, 15 handles. I kind of give it like a B minus day. The reason is like we had a good shot this morning to take out the pre-market high of 45.75. That's stacking up with some other highs. Friday's high was right there. Thursday's high was right there. The weekly high 31.56 and a quarter. So I guess we came from too far down after that that breakdown to 30.60. So we just didn't have the mojo to clear that weekly high. Now we're backing off. So good day for the market. It's going to look good on the paper. But I just don't like the way we're fading here into the close and the fact that we could not take out the weekly high. You have crude gave some back here a little bit. It's still in the green, but let me switch over to my August contract. Got over 41.63 reverse course and down 58 cents now. Gold, everyone's excited about gold here. Will it finally clear 1800? Strong day up 1780 at 1774 and a half. Actually, that's the June contract. Let me look at the August contract. August contract 1784.20, 1800, big level. We close. I want to see us like get over there and then come back under and then get over there and then finally close over there. So that's what you're looking at. Gold, silver back over 18 bucks, up 19.3. That was lagging this morning. Bitcoin up $100 at 9,685 Bitcoin. Kind of quiet as of late. What are the chances the SPY closes above 313.50? I would say
We're not that far off.
that's a buck. That's a buck. 50-50. That's what I'll go. I mean, right now we're at 1262, but high of the day is 1450. We opened at that area. 18 minutes to go. I wouldn't want to be long any 350s that expire today. And if you're short them, be quick on the trigger if you start to rally.
All right, a couple stocks on our radar, and then we'll get to the chat because we know there is a lot we didn't get to.
Sorry about that this morning, chat. We had Gordon going, and he was just in prime shape, so we missed a lot of tickers. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make that up this afternoon.
Real fast, couple on our list, Joel. I wanted to look at Aurora Cannabis. They announced their reorganization plan this morning, and they bid it up, and then at like what 9?
Woo! They did bid it up.
9:35. I don't know exactly what time the top happened, but they just gave it all back.
That's a rug pull right there, huh? Where did it open in relation to where the high was?
No,
Boy,
it was like 9:45.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, that's, we talk about the opens and the importance of the opens. So 1368 or 1388, and then you rallied up to 1524. Can't really make any comments on the overall day action in this one. The only thing I want to point out on this stock is they had earnings, right? And they had that 3-day bolt from what, 7 to almost 20. That's what they did. 7 and 19 and a quarter. Then you had a break right after, and you never recovered. So those kind of moves, especially they're not much of a company. When they have those kind of big 3-4 day moves, and then they peel back, it's really important to get back and take out a new high for the move. It didn't do that. Now you're treading water here. I don't know. I want to get real. If you're long this thing, 12.11. That's been the low since you had that high. We've had a couple other lows in the upper 12 handle. Actually, 3 other lows last week. So it's not done yet. Looks like it's going to close just a little bit in the red today. Not good, giving back a lot of those gains.
Yeah. And then the other stock that I was on your list, Joel, to talk about was Shake Shack. And I don't know.
You don't see the news, huh?
I don't see any news. I don't know what's going on here, but it is just rallying here, heading into the
The
close
Shack.
all day.
Let's see. I haven't looked at this one in a while. Quiet. Ooh, consolidate. Is Aramis here today? This kind of looks like an Aramis Estevez Rob Hood stock where you're just banging on the door of resistance. Actually, it's kind of hard. I see that 5808 high. I don't know why the hell it got up there on that day. It opened higher. I don't know if that was a big market day and tanked. I don't know. This thing, it's looking itchy. A big up day, up 263, down to buck yesterday. We'll see. Maybe get an upgrade tomorrow or something. But this looks like it has a little bit of mo. But can't give you a real clear look on the next resistance level. 5808 was your high in the 16th. 5656 is your current high.
All right, let's get to the chat here. A few people are asking about various financials. We haven't really talked those this week, but I would like to. We're going to get the results of the annual Fed stress test out on Thursday. I mean, we know that these banks kind of get the answers ahead of time, and but recall last year, Deutsche Bank. I'm sorry, Credit Suisse was the only bank to fail the stress test last year. Deutsche Bank was the year prior, I believe. But somebody in the chat was asking about Wells Fargo. I don't know.
You know, the stress test, that's kind of like 2014, 2015-ish, isn't it?
Well, you know what? I don't know about this year though, because
Well, yeah, you're
I mean,
right.
but much has been said. Much ink has been spilled about how much money these banks have, how much money is,
Yeah.
flowed into money market funds, and these banks are capital rich and they have the reserves. So, I guess we'll find out from the Fed on Thursday how true that is.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the Wells Fargo. Interesting chart. Let us out of the abyss in May. Had that 22 low. How high did we get? We got to 34, 12-point move, right? 628. It's under that, but man, oh man, someone wants to own this stock at 27, in and around 27. Listen, the last four lows, 27. Today, you got the 28, 29. I don't know. It just feels like there's just a big old buyer here at the $27 area. I don't know if they're trying to bring in a short or what the catalyst is, but I don't know. It looks like a close under 28, I'd probably get bullish. A close under 27, I'd get bearish. Gonna have your lowest close since making that high. So nothing exciting, Wells Fargo. Let's look at Bank of America. BAC, they've been running some good commercials. Same thing, just kind of hanging out near the low of the move. Citigroup, I mean, these are just, they had their rallies, right? Off the lows, they peeled back, but man, I just don't see a catalyst. It ain't going to be higher interest rates, right?
No. It definitely won't be.
And I don't think we have a robust activity, where the banks are just hanging out money. So I don't know. No catalyst.
Fees lower across the board, and also we learned this the hard way in the last recession, but you never quite know where these banks have exposure to. You don't know what kind of crappy companies they have loans out to. So keep that. That always makes me concerned for banks. Let's go to a stock we have not looked at for a very long time. CBOE, CBOE.
Oh yeah.
Someone brought this up in the chat. I don't know of a catalyst today. It is trading down. They did add to their buyback, a $250 million buyback. That was news from 2 weeks ago. That's the last major catalyst that I see. Oh, you know what? They called a downgrade today. Look at that. We were just talking, Joel, how we haven't talked about analyst ratings here, and Goldman Sachs downgraded CBOE to sell today, and they lowered their price target to $88. There's your catalyst for today.
Wow, they're trading on the BATS exchange. You see those little extra decimals in there and stuff? Yeah, they're in the back.
Yeah. So a couple of stocks trade there, and I think Interactive Brokers trades on IEX, or they just got off it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't like this. I don't like this chart at all. You did get down to 96.20 today. You're trading on the lows of the session. If you would have asked me before today, I would say long, super. Oh, just a big whoosh down there, man. Must have some selling balances, folks. We just made a new intraday low on the session at 18.75, 18 even, 17 even. We'll see what happens. Some sellers coming into the market. Keep an eye for those imbalances. I wish I could have held on to my puts a little bit longer. If you can't take the heat, you get out of the kitchen. But anyways, this had a long consolidation period. Tried to bust clearly over 100. I don't like the way this chart looks. I don't want to be long SIBO. And these exchanges, man, I mean, they have been just hanging out for two. CME looks the same way. These exchanges.
Well, they're all under the same sort of fee
Yeah.
structure, right? I mean, the
Yep.
SEC announced they're going to look into market data feeds and how these exchanges sell their data because they basically
Yep.
they have monopolies basically. So all these exchanges, they're all under the same fee pressures. They make most of the money that way, and also through order flow. So it's it's just no real.
Well, they don't sell order flow, the exchanges. You're talking about the brokerages. No, I mean, the whole industry is under scrutiny.
Yeah.
I just don't, I don't know about the legalities and stuff. I just don't like the way these charts look. And when you have long consolidation periods, and then you break out of the lower range of the consolidation, this is what happens. We are falling out of bed here.
Yeah.
Do we have any COVID news or anything, or is just a sell imbalance?
Trying to look at 4 places at once. I
Yeah,
don't see
I would do.
anything that would indicate. I think it literally is just people. You know what? We talked about this yesterday. It's the end of the month. It's the end of the quarter coming up.
I see a headline: newly diagnosed cases of COVID-19 soared in hotspots across the U.S., driving state officials to consider slowing or reversing reopenings plans. That was 3 minutes ago. I just think we got slammed with some imbalances, sell imbalances here. That's a ridiculous move overnight to take this down to 30.60 and then jam it up to 31.45.75. I mean, it's just not, it was not a healthy move overnight like that. So little nervous is into the close. We have not snuck into the top of yesterday's range yet. That's 14.25. I think that 313.50 close. I don't want to speak too early, but I don't think we're going to close there. Whoever was asking about that.
All right. What about going back to the chat here? MGM.
MGM. Well, I'd say
for the casino.
Yeah, if 24 they asked about the 24 calls in this thing. That's what they asked for. Man, I don't know. You might take a minor miracle to do that. The casinos have moved up. This is, I don't know. It's lagging. I can't say that for sure. It's not going to get to 24 by that expiration time. I would say it's critical to hold this area. 1740, yesterday's low, 1777, 1783. So big buyer under 18. They got a little boost. But boy, $24, that would be back near the high of the move, but not, it peeled back after making that high. A bunch of lows in the same area, maybe some institutional participation. So you might get a bump here. Just some of these other stocks are moving pretty well today. So, we'll see, but no, really needs to hold that 1750 area. Big buyer there, not sure it is. S&Ps, you can't get too bearish. You just hit 1550 and you're back at 3121. So nice pop off the, I'd say, selling balance and maybe a little more cases. But that just seems to, like, we get the cases, we go down and it comes up. It's like no one cares unless we're in a lockdown. And if people are in a lockdown, then they can stay home and day trade more and listen to pre-market prep. So it's
a win-win either way. You just said it. You just said it, Joel. You can't get too bearish. You can't get too
No, I mean, that was a nice pop there. And here we are. Still going to close good on the day. We're a little weak. I don't know. Didn't see those imbalances yet. What else are we looking at?
Going back to the chat here, let's go and look at.
I know Blair says Penn was a nice day today. Thanks for the tip, Joel. I don't know what I said. Did I even mention that stock today? These people are so nice of you. Well, heck yeah, I'll take credit for it.
Not today, you didn't.
I did an article about it a couple days ago. Maybe that's what it's referring to.
Maybe.
Bill Pouncey wants us to look at Delta Airlines at Cracker. Boy, you're still on that Cracker Barrel train. Delta, I mean,
I'm not sure what there is to say that hasn't already been said 1,000 times about.
I don't even know. What I'll say negative here for Delta is that you had that pop, that ridiculous pop. I know it was on June 5th because that's when all those airlines just went berserk. And you went from 37.24. Make it easy for me. We'll just call it 27, 10-point move. You can't sniff $32 on this rebound. That's halfway back of that. Don't like the airlines here. They just looks like they had the big run, the break, a rally, and it looks like they're rolling over again. But we'll see what happens.
All right. What about from the pre-market chat, Cheesecake Factory?
Oh, wait a second. I didn't do Cracker Barrel.
Oh,
with the T's.
I don't even know what the ticker is on that. What is it?
CBRL.
Okay. I haven't looked at that one in
quiet. I don't know. You need to hold that low. I don't know. Not a lot of interest in this one unless you're driving on the side of the road and you need biscuits and gravy.
I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in like 15 years, so I don't.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about this one. If you want to see it, you got to recover half of this move from 134.95 to 107.5. It's struggling to do it. I don't know, hanging out down here too long.
All right, cake here. Cheesecake Factory.
Cake. So they did an offering yesterday, right? Am I correct on that?
They filed for a shelf offering of $288 million.
As Dennis would say, Main Street selling to Wall Street, or Wall Street selling to Main Street. I don't know. How can you get excited about these restaurant stocks, folks? I mean, if we come out of this and only kind of open, I wasn't a big Cheesecake Factory. I always tell you the portions are too big. So,
I know. Well, so the bull case is if the worst really is over, then why wouldn't we go back to 45 or 40, wherever the hell we were 3 months ago? 4 months ago.
We've backed way off. These restaurants, there's other stuff to own besides Cheesecake Factory and Cracker Barrel. I'll buy a restaurant.
Yeah, but
it's also a technology stock.
Oh, don't say it.
Yes. We're going to techno food or something. I don't know.
Are you referring to Domino's?
That was
Domino's is near all-time highs. Of course it is. Of course
DPZ, a little different. Wasn't that our good buddy Nick Donato?
Yeah, there's a case that Domino's would love you to make that they are a technology company because they have a lot of employees in their technology department. I'm not quite sure, but
one life, one chance. How would you hedge your portfolio if one is not an options trader? Well, you could buy inversely related ETFs. Number one.
Yeah, but be careful. Be careful with those. They're really not meant to be held for more than a swing trade.
Right.
At the most, you don't want to hold a leverage or inverse ETF for months on end.
Right. Also, look at it this way: one life, one chance. Cash is an option, right? If you're worried about the markets and so much about hedging and stuff.
Yeah.
David Richards. I haven't looked at Wingstop in a while, David. He asked if we can short it yet. Let's see. See.
What's the borrow rate? Is that an all-time high?
It did yesterday, 138.90.
Oh my goodness.
Richard, big volume day yesterday, new all-time high yesterday. I'm looking at the double close here. Let's see what happens. Yesterday it closed at 133.88. Today you tried to rally. A seller stepped down nearly $3 from that high, 38.90 to 35.71. So you're getting a double close area. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it wants to clear 134 off the hop tomorrow. If not, if you're trying to short this rocket ship, you short it here. You got to probably risk over 140, 138.90. But, there actually is a Wingstop. I don't know where I was going, but I saw a Wingstop on Woodward, Spencer.
Yeah, there's one not far from us downtown here.
Where?
I don't know, but I know it's not far from
Well,
me.
if I ever make it back downtown again, we'll
That's not
we'll
gonna
have to
happen.
go out. We'll have to
All
go
right.
and get
Any final thoughts here, Joel? As we
final
get
thoughts.
to
Time
close.
flies, huh? Are you going to tell people what you got behind you?
I oh, my mistake. The Wingstop's in Midtown. I just finagled a giant TV that wasn't being used because no one's in the office, so I just took it and made it my own. And this is if you don't use Benzinga Pro, this is a blown up screenshot, or actually it's not a screenshot, it's a live image of our movers filter. This is the first thing that I check every single day when I sit down at my desk, and I have two. I separate mine into just the gainers and the losers, but this is just one filter, and this is the first thing that I look at every single day. What stocks are moving at as of 7 a.m.
Okay.
I look at. So this is the most important thing. My favorite tool in Pro is that guy right there because it tells you it's all you need to know as far as movers, and that's what I care about when I come in the morning. So
Okay.
that's
Stock hands wants to know who's tomorrow's guest.
Paulo Monica. He is a digital correspondent at CNN Business. He will join the show at 8:15.
Final thoughts here.
Yeah.
I mean, good day for the market, right? We're up. The Dow's up 130. The S&Ps are up 11. I'd still say we got a wall up here, a wall of resistance, kind of where I covered my short, 31.45.75. That was your pre-market high, hit 45 intraday, Friday's high right in that area, last Wednesday's high right in that area, 31.56 and a quarter. That was a high from last week. So we got a wall of resistance up there. So I would say I'm leaning a little bit to the south side here. But all bets are off 31.56. I don't think we're going to have a range like we did last night, where we dropped 60. That was very unusual. So we'll see. We got, you got like Bing, filled, buy, Bing, filled, stop. You don't like that. But we'll see. We'll see where the orders go out tonight and see what happens. Much easier to trade while you're sleeping.
All right, everyone, have a great night. Please remember all the information from this broadcast meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. Have a good rest of your day. We'll be back with you on Wednesday.